President. My name is David Park, and I am here with the KCC in front of the White House to be the voice for human rights in North Korea. The fact is that 7 million North Koreans have died since the Korean armistice and are continuing to die. And yet there are no talks underway to improve human rights in North Korea. In North Korea, there is no such thing as human rights. The North Koreans cannot pray, cannot speak against the regime, and many have no food to eat. The North Korean regime abuses its own people by subjecting them to forced labor for little or no pay, and places no value on the lives of its people. In order to fund its nuclear projects, the Kim regime had neglected their citizens during the Great Famine, which resulted in the death of more than 3 million North Koreans by starvation. In order to avoid starvation and not eat tree bricks or dirt, many North Koreans had no choice but to immigrate to China in order to survive. As a result, the North Koreans seized their desperate act of survival as treason or crimes against the state. People in concentration camps are tortured and killed regularly. Not only that, but malnutrition and rape are rampant inside the camps. Simply stated, the people and children of North Korea have no God-given liberties or inalienable rights. As the most humane and powerful country in the world, America has long taken the leading role as the international human rights advocate, and I plead with you to join me in the KCC and take action to bring justice to the many North Koreans living in North Korea. Dear Mr. President, these are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I ask you to join me in being their voice for human rights in North Korea too. As an American citizen, there's nothing more important than life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Dear President Trump, my name is Joshua Lee, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea. The voiceless persecuted Christians in North Korea cannot freely assemble or worship in North Korea. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I am here to be their voice.
Dear President Trump, my name is Stephen Kang, and I'm here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea. The voiceless 120,000 people who are punished for 3 generations for the crimes of their fathers. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I'm here to be their voice.
Dear President Trump, my name is Jason Hong, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea, the voiceless North Korean orphans who are waiting for the North Korea Orphan Adoption Act to be implemented so that they can be adopted into waiting families. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I thank my Congressman Ted Poe for being here today to be their voice too.
Dear President Trump, my name is Leanne Cha, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea. The voiceless 300,000 North Korean refugees living in and hiding in China. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I am here to be their voice.
Dear President Trump, my name is Chloe Madewell, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea. The voiceless North Korean orphans who are waiting for the North Korean Orphan Adoption Act to be implemented so that they can adopt into waiting families. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I'm here to be their voice too.
Dear President Trump, my name is Yumi Shi, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea, the voiceless North Koreans who cannot freely assemble or worship in North Korea. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I am here today to be their voice.
Dear President Trump, my name is Tongkyu Kim, and I am here today with the KCC to be the voice for human rights in North Korea, for the voiceless North Korean orphans who still roam the streets in search of food and shelter. If caught, they are repatriated back to North Korea, where they are imprisoned, tortured, and even murdered. These are my blood-related brothers and sisters, and I am here to be their voice.
Dear President Trump, my name is Hannah Kyme, and I am here with the Korean Church Coalition in front of the White House to speak on behalf of our blood-related children and orphans in North Korea. In the 21st century, especially with the rise of social media and interconnectedness, media users are more aware of the world around them. Specifically in America, there has been an increased adoption process for American parents to adopt children in countries like China, India, and even South Korea. As more social media users are posting about their own adoptions, we see how children across the world are welcomed in American families. Adoption parents have posted YouTube videos and used social media as a platform to reach out to other parents who have adopted and in turn have opened eyes for the American public by showcasing how rewarding adopting children from other countries can be. But the children and orphans in North Korea lack the chance to be welcomed in an American home. Instead, North Korean children are subject to treacherous conditions and sometimes find shelters on railroads. For many North Korean orphans, their meal consists of a single slice of bread a day. President Trump, as Americans, continues to forge advanced relationships between North and South Korea, we ask that you continue to keep in your hearts the orphans in North Korea who aren't given the opportunity to be a part of one's family. The 38th parallel that divides North and South Korea in a demilitarized zone acts not only as a division of Korea, but as a division of a North Korean orphan's chance to happiness. Mr. President, I ask that you join me in being the voice for the suffering North Korean orphans who are waiting to be adopted into waiting American families by implementing the North Korean Child Welfare Act. Thank you.
My name is Ashley An, and I'd like to share my story of the work I do here with the Korean Church Coalition and the reason why we all stand here gathered today. So are you North or South? In today's confusingly escalating political climate, I get asked this question quite a bit when someone discovers my Korean heritage. 3 of my grandparents actually escaped the North during the war, but until my dad blended my bedtime stories with tales of my grandparents' escape from North Korea and those of our family left behind, I never put a face to our northern neighbors. To most, the red country ruled by a nuke-toting fanatic is just that, overly sensational. But to me, I see a softer side through my family history and my work with the Korean Church Coalition. I'd like to ask if you could close your eyes for just a brief moment. Picture yourself stranded in North Korea, barren land all around you, with no one to turn to, scavenging through trash for even the smallest crumbs, feet bleeding and cracked, shivering due to the lack of clothing and shelter, feeling lost and helpless. Can you even imagine it? Now, picture yourself escaped to China, running from the police, begging anyone and everyone for food, drinking out of dirty fountains, then getting captured by traffickers and sold into human slavery, beaten, abused, and feeling helpless. Can you even imagine it? These are the unthinkable, dehumanizing horrors that are happening right now at this very moment to North Koreans, our blood-related brothers and sisters, and is also the very reason for us all to be gathered here today. To us, their hardships are unfathomable, but to them, our basic human rights that we take for granted are considered as distant, unattainable dreams. So today, I stand with the Korean Church Coalition in front of the White House to urge you, President Trump, to sign the North Korean Human Rights Reauthorization Act of 2017 into law and make those seemingly impossible dreams a reality. Because after all, I'm neither North or South. I'm simply human. Thank you.
Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for this opportunity to come here to DC and be the voice for the North Korean children out there who are suffering. God, Lord, please just do your work and let this effort not go to waste and really just give them hope to be free and to have human rights just like all of us. God, Lord, I pray that you will just let us have the endurance and the boldness to keep fighting and for what's right and to give our brothers and sisters hope and please relieve them of their suffering. Please watch over us and in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. All right, let's give everybody a big hand. And finally, let's give a big loud shout to our Lord. All our glory to Him. Woo. All right, good job, guys. So I think you guys all pretty much just drink some Gatorade,